Hello guys, so in this lecture we are going to learn two concepts basically. One is comment and another is a data type in Python which is string. There are many other data types which we are going to learn in the coming lectures. So let's start with the comment. So what is comment? So if you people are from finance or accounting background, you might be aware about either one of these term. One is footnote, another is narration. So what is footnote? Footnote gives us the additional information about the numbers present in the financial statement. Okay, so for example, let's say depreciation. How the depreciation amount is computed and deducted from the assets value, it is shown in the footnote. For example, what are the factors considered, like expected life of this asset, market value, and many other factors. And there are many other examples how the numbers are computed are mentioned in footnote. Narration. Narration, if you might remember, for the people who are from accounting background, whenever a business purchase a goods, I'm taking an example of good, what entry does it make in its books of account? Purchase account debit to cash account. Okay, below this transaction they write a narration like being goods purchased kind of. Okay, so this narration is helping the auditor to understand the transaction. Similarly, in Python, when a developer build a function or any other things, programming a piece of code, he need to mention some narrations kind of thing. Like for example, if we are building a PV function, let me take you. Let's say I'm building a PV function which takes three parameter: FV future value, R rate of return, and N. I will explain in depth what is function, how to you build a function. As of now, I am just explaining the what is the main purpose of using comment in Python. And let's say I am using p underscore v is equal to fv divided by 1 plus r divided by 100 to the power n. This is the formula I have implemented in the Python for computing present value. Let's say if a person, if my team member is coming and landing up in this function, he need to be aware about what is the purpose of this function. In case he is looking to this function for the first time, he might not be understand. So in order to educate people like this person, like my colleague, what is the purpose of this function, how to use, we need to give some a user manual kind of thing. So for that I am giving an example of using multi-line comment. Okay, so you can see initially I have typed 6 times double quotation and Python automatically brought my cursor in the center of this comment. When I hit enter, it shows me some lines typed over there and my cursor is blinking on their top. Okay, so here I can define what is the purpose of this function. This function computes present value of cash flow. So this is the way I have defined this function, what is the purpose of this function. And let's say there are parameters which are required in this function. FV means future value. Let's say it takes integer. R is nothing but interest rate. Let's say it takes not integer, I will be expecting float. Here also I am expecting float, and N is nothing but years expecting integer. So this is nothing but a data types, two data types I have used over here. Okay, so this is one of the way to define define a user manual for our colleagues or end user, whoever will be using this future value function. I'm sorry, present value function. Similarly, so you can see what is the what how I have used this comment. Similarly, in the for the purpose of this lecture, I am using hashtag, which is a kind of comment, single line comment, so that I can make you aware about which topic is going on. And I am giving here an example of multi-line comment using double quotation. And also there is another way using single quotation six times, three at the start and three at the end. So in this way, comment. So this was one of the small topic comment. So the purpose of using comment, I personally use for educating the user or my teammate who are who might use this function for their operation purpose. Okay, so that was the comment. Now let's jump to string. String is nothing but from here we are going to start a journey of learning about different types of data types in Python. Okay, so let's say first we are going to learn string. Strings are nothing but a sequence of alphanumeric character. So here I am using multi-line comment for explaining the definition. Sequence of character can be alpha numeric. So let's say we want to store a company name in a variable. So let me define a variable company underscore name. So in this manner I have defined a company. Let me company name variable and let me assign a value. Let's say Tata Motors. So as you can see, while assigning the value Tata Motors, I have used double quotation, one at the beginning and another at the end. So in this way we can define the string. Another way of defining string is, let's say company name 2 is equal to TCS. So only the difference is in the first Tata Motors where we have defined, we have used double quotation. TCS we have used single quotation. Both are same data types. And now few rules to remember. We cannot use, okay, I am again using here multi-line comments. Avoid the following. Let's say I am defining name as in this manner. Okay, at the start I am using double quotation, at the end I am using single quotation. So this is wrong way to define a variable. So let's see what will happen if I copy and paste in the 20th line. You can see a red color underline is coming over here, and also it indicates unterminated string in literal. So this is the wrong way to define string. Let's say one of the other wrong way to define string is simply vice versa of above code, and the error will be thrown same as shown below. And final thing to remember, whenever we are using double quotation, make sure in between we cannot use double quotation. What I mean over here is, let's say intro, not intro, uh, let's say sentence, this I don't understand. Okay, I am removing this. If we use this kind of statement, okay, let's see what happens over here. So here it is saying unterminated string illiterate. So basically what happened over here is when Python read this line of code, it considers string till here. But after this, it is considering that there is some mistake. The programmer has forgot to use single quotation again over here. So please change it. Okay. So whenever we are using single quotation at the beginning and at the end, make sure use double quotation in between. In between means, see, I am replacing the highlighted character. Okay. PyCharm has also changed this. Now you can see there is no errors. So remember, whenever we are using double quotation at the end and at the beginning, we should use single quotation in the middle of the string or string sequence. Okay. In case we are using single quotation, then we have to use here double quotation. Okay. So this was some precautions to be maintained. I am just copying and pasting this thing. This should be avoided. Again, I am mentioning some right way. To define variable. Here, let's say name is equal to random, name is equal to random. Okay, here it is not variable, string. This I don't understand, or you can say sentence is equal to he told happy today. So hope the line number 34 and line number 33 is clear, and this we have discussed over here. This is the wrong way to define a string. It's vice versa concept, the right way. And as you can see, there is no error. And if we print this sentence, the output will be somewhat like this. I don't understand. See, this is a grammatical way of don't. Hope so you have understood what is the right way and what is the wrong way of defining string. Now let's say we want to do something, and what is that something? So let me clear this first. So let's say we want to extract some characters from a defined string. So here I am defining a string name variable named number in which we are storing the thousand and one. Let's say we want to extract one character. Which character we should extract? Let's say this S. So to extract this character, we need to identify in which position this S is present. So in a layman terms, what we do, we will count like this way. T is in first position, H is in second position, O is in third, U is in fourth, and S is in fifth. But in a programmatic manner, the number starts from 0. So the position of T is 0, position of H is 1, position of O is 2, position of U is 3, position of s is 4. Okay, so when we will be extracting this s, we will use the following codes in this particular manner, like number, square bracket open, and type over here 4. Okay, so when we will be printing this number, we will get s. So let's begin. Let's define a variable. Number is equal to 1001. So number, the number which we are using is 4. So these are nothing but the index. 4. And if I place this code inside the function print, it will throw us s. As you know, we were trying to extract s. See, s is shown in the console. Now let's say again I am using the same code. Number is equal to 1001. So let's say we want to extract this o. So there is two ways to extract this o. One way is start counting from here. Another way is start counting from here. So I have explained how to start counting from the left hand side. Now I will explain you how we can use after counting from the right hand side. So as we know, we have started over here as 0, 1. Okay, so when we will be counting from reverse, it is something like -1, -2, -3. So in order to extract this 0, we will use the number in a following manner. We will use this number variable, open the square bracket, -3 and close the square bracket and put it between print function. Yes, you can store this as well in a separate variable. So let's start the coding part. Number -3, and let's say I am printing the output. So see, -3 is third position, negative third position is 0 over here, and the output is also 0. Now what if I want to do something else, like I want to uh, print a print the not print but extract the characters from ninth position to, let's say, 12th position, or third position to, let's say, ninth position. How we can do? So again I am using the same 1000 and 1. Okay, so I am taking this example. So remember this, how we said I want to print or extract the characters from third position to ninth position. So how we can write this in Python? Okay, instead of 2 we will be using this. Okay, and instead of 9, the analogy what is 9 plus 1, or you can say n plus 1, because if we use 9, then it will print up to the position index number 8. So remember this, whenever we say we need to print up to ninth position, this is our desire, so we have to by default add 1, n plus 1. So let's see it in PyCharm. So print, so what is in the third position? So in third position it is u. So we will starting from u, and fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Space is also considered as character. So space is 8 and 9. 9 is a. 9 plus 1 n. I mean we need to pass 10. So nu number from 3 to 10. Let's see what happens. So as you can see, we wanted to print this ninth position. So in order to print this ninth position character, we have to pass 10. So from third position up till ninth position, we are getting the output as USAND space A. Hope so this is clear. Now let's see how to check how many characters are present in a string. The function name is len in lowercase, bracket open, bracket close. So used to character. So here I am using number 2 as a variable and storing a string name as ix space. So now let's check whether this space is considered as character or not, or else you will say that this string consider has only 3 characters, but in Python it is 4 character in total. So print len, I am using length function and passing number 2. So you can see s1, i2, x3, 6. Don't get confused with index and length, because index starts from 0 and length counting start from 1. So let me explain, note it over here. So here I have provided the uh, important point. Length is used for length to count characters. Counting starts from 1. Index, position of a character, starts from 0. Okay. So let's jump to the next topic inside a next subtopic of string. So the topic which I have discussed, it includes one of the concept named slicing. So I am mentioning over here slicing. We have discussed it, which was the next topic. Things to remember: strings are immutable. So what does it mean? So I will explain with the help of example. Let's say we have defined a number 2 over here as 6. So I am trying to change one of the character in this string. Number 2, I am passing an index name in this way, so that I can pick this, point out this s as it is present in the 0th index, and let's say instead of 6 I want t, instead of s I want t. Is it possible? Let's see. So what it says, it shows an error. Okay, so what does it mean? We cannot change the strings character which is present over here. Okay, so string is unmutable simply means we cannot change the values with the help of this kind of code, like after pointing like this, what this code says, bro, there is something present over here in zeroth position, please change the character, that is in our case s, to t. So it is not possible, and this phenomena is known as immutable. Strings are immutable. So even if we want to change this s, how we can do? So let's say I am defining number 2 again, and this time I am using number 2, let's say from second, from first position, and over here I am typing something like this, let's say t. This is this is nothing but concatenation. What this code will do, this code will do simply take the I, x and space from this number 2, and in this number 2 variable you can see I have defined same variable name in 51 line number 2, and 60th line also there is a number 2. So what will happen over here? Let's see. If I am printing number 2 over here, this time you will get ticks. Okay, now what if you want to recall this 6 again? Is it possible to get back that 6? Yes, it is possible, but what happened over here is that this Python is viewing this code in this way. Old version of number variable consists of 6, and latest variable of number 2 is 6. So it is throwing out us an output of number 2, not number 2 at 60th line, not number 2 at 50th line. So latest variable defined, and the latest variable stored in the value stored in the same variable is thrown by the Python in the console. So in future, if we are trying to access this 6, it is not possible. We need to redefine it again. Okay, somewhere over here with different variable. Let's say now we want to find a position of certain characters. So how we can find a position of certain characters? Let's say again I am using here example 9. Let's say NINE. Okay, in case I want to find out what is the position of n, what is the functions available? Number dot index bracket open, we need to pass that string as n, and it will throw us 0. So let's jump and see the code. Print number. So in this example, as there is a ticks, I am trying to get the position of I dot index. So what are the inherited functions available in case of string? So here are the number of things available which we are going to learn, not the entire thing, but a few of this concept which we might use in recurring manner. So index, and here I am passing I. Okay, over here I have wrongly defined the number variable. I have to define number 2. So you can see that it is printing out 1. So see, in 0th position t is there, and in first position I and x is there. So I and then x is there. Okay, so it is printing 1. Let's say I am defining NINE is equal to NINE 9. What will happen over here? Again I let me try NINE, and this time I am passing capital N. You will see that the Python is throwing us 0. Okay, so how this function is working, this index method is working. So what it is doing over here is, whenever we want to know the position, we are using this variable, and with the help of this variable we are using an index method. So what it does is it goes from left hand side to right hand side. It will go until it find this n. So as you can see, in the zeroth position itself, the n is present, so it will throw us 0, and it will stop at this point, and it will not go further in the search of n. Okay, so remember one thing, once the index function finds the parameter passed, it will stop till there as well, no matter how many n's are present beyond that uh, character towards the right hand side. So that's it of index. Let's check now. Okay, note over here, use to get position of character. Let's see what are the other things available. Okay, so as you can see, the full name is in lowercase. What if we want to convert it in the uppercase? Okay, so let me multi comment it out, and uppercase. To convert this lowercase into uppercase, there is a function named upper, and if we print this in this manner, see what happened, every character of this string has been changed into uppercase. Okay, what if I again print this full name? So what you can see is that this function is not changing the actual variable, it is just printing out. So which means we can store this in different variable as well. As of now I am defining this full name as using this full name as a same variable, and now let's see what will happen. So it will print now. So I mean in uppercase, if I try to use anywhere in the following line this full name, so it will print in uppercase. Let's try something else. Now I am trying to convert this full name into lowercase. Remember one thing, these values are being changed because we are assigning the same variable. So at this point of time it was giving us an output in uppercase. Now if I type it over lower, now it will give the name in the same manner as it was stored in line number 70. So see, the output is in lowercase. Now again I am using same variable, and let's say full name dot title. What happened over here? it capitalize the initial of the names. Okay, let's say my age is 65. So what it did, each and every word's first letter, it converted into capital letter. Okay, so let me specify something. This part was string method and above was about string. So uppercase, lower case, so and title case. I am just copying this code. So if you are wondering how I am doing this thing, you also can do this. Press Alt and hit the point where you want to select. So in this way I have selected, like in this way I can cut and also paste by using the shortcut key. Okay, so this was the few of the methods. Let's jump into some find method. Let's say, is there any find method available over here or not? Or let's see whether we can check whether this is in uppercase or in lowercase. Full dot is lower. Let us check. So it is saying false, bro. It is not in lower. Let's check whether it is in. Is there any other functions available? Okay, is it title? Yes, it is true. Why? Because the last line we have used title. Okay, so again here I am using some smart tricks. So to check, not uppercase or lowercase, use the following code. If yes, it returns true. So that's it for today. This was all about string which we are going to use, which in this course you can try and experiment with the other methods as well, as there are some other which are capitalized. Okay, let's see how capitalize work. So what it did is it just took the sentence first character as capital. So okay, I am keeping this as well in this note. Please try and see what can be done with the other functions, other similar functions. Yes, I know some functions are remain to explain. So let's check again over here. Capitalize full name dot is okay. There is no such function is capitalized. So let me go through with other methods as well. Dot index we did. Let's say we want to split. We want to split this entire string with the help of space. So what will happen? So I have provided as a parameter as a space, and let me print this thing. So as you can see, the entire string got splitted in different individual string. Like wherever there was a space, it broke the integer at that point. Like from Swaman broke over here, then Jyoti broke over here, and a space age broke over here again and again. And this returned us a collection of strings which are nothing but the number of words that were present in that string excluding the space. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so this is all about. Please try other functions as well. In case of doubt, we will cover it in a live lecture. Okay, so I am mentioning